Hello friends, welcome back to another edition of Java Learning. Today we are going to learn about a perfect number. What is a perfect number? 6 is a perfect number, right? Why? Because the factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3 and 6, but it will not include 6. Okay? It will not include the number itself. Therefore, the definition goes this way. Perfect number is a positive integer that is equal to the sum of its proper divisors, excluding the number itself. The smallest perfect number is 6, which is the sum of 1, 2 and 3. So the factors that you have got, if you add it, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, which is equal to the number. Therefore, it is a perfect number. And in this video, we are going to also print all the perfect numbers in a given range. And other perfect numbers are like 28, 496 and so on. So let us understand. Suppose the number is 6, therefore the loop should go rather one less time than this number. So the loop will run from 1 to 1 less than 6, that is equal to 5. What do you do? I value when it is 1. You divide the number by 1. Then when the loop goes for the second time, you divide the number by 2 and so on. Every time you get the remainder 0, it means what? It is a factor. Let us do 6 divided by 1. The remainder is what? 0. Therefore, 1 is a factor. Okay, so sum would be what right now? It is 1. Next time when you divide 6 by 2, it would be 2 3s are 6, remainder is 0. Therefore, 2 is also a factor. In sum, you had 1 plus 2 would be now 3. Next time when the loop goes, it would be 3. Now you divide 6 divided by 3. 3 2s are 6, remainder is 0. Therefore, 3 is also a factor. Last time, sum was how much? 1 plus 2, 3 it was. So with that you add 3, it would be 6. Then again when you go, it would be, the loop goes for the next time when is actually 4. You divide 6 by 4, the remainder is 2. Therefore, it is not a factor. When it is a factor, when the remainder is 0. Similarly for 5. And you will not check 6 because I told you it will not include the number. Now let us move from here to BlueJ window. So here you have this number, right? Now let us write the code. Already I have written this part, entering part, enter a number. So you're going to enter in n is equal to sc dot next int. The number has now come. You will start a loop and another variable you need for sum, which is initially 0. Then you start a loop. I less than n, and I will increase by 1. And inside the loop body, I told you every time it will divide the number, that is n mod I. It will keep on dividing by 1, then 2, then 3 and so on, right? And if the remainder is equal to 0, then what it will do? It will do sum, which is s, is equal to s plus the factor, which is I, right? So this is what exactly you are doing. Sorry, this is now. When you come out of the loop, you have to check if the number, that is the original number, if it is equal to the sum of the factors, right? So it will print perfect number. Else it will print. I'll copy this. Not a perfect number. Okay, now you close this method and the class. Now let us compile. Control K. What error? Oh, extra bracket is there, so I have to remove all this. Now let us compile again. No syntax error. Now close this and you bring this one out here and you try to run the program. It is telling me to enter a number. Let us enter 6, right? I'm entering what value? 6. Here is 6. 6 is a perfect number. Now let us try with 28 also. Okay, 28 is a perfect number. It's a perfect number. Now let us try with some other number. Let me check. 22. It is not a perfect number. So this is how you write the logic for a perfect number. Now the same thing, if you want to print in a given range, so what will you do? You have to ask the range also, right? So you can do it here also, or you can change it. You know, the logic, you can change it. You can do what? Public static. You can write here perfect. P-E-R-F-E-C-T. Perfect. Right? And then the logic goes out here. And here it will accept a number. Right? Main method will send a number. And it will be stored in n. So throughout it will work with n, and it will return, rather it will return 1 if it is a perfect number, otherwise it will return 0. Right? As because you are returning 1 or 0, which is an integer, therefore you have to write int. Okay, now you write another method to call this public static void main, and this time taking a shortcut, int a. Range means it will start from A and it will end at B, right? So what you do, you start a loop for int I is equal to, I can be local because here I'm declaring I. This is local to main, and in other method here also I used I. It will create no problem because it is declared within the method that is local to this block only, right? So int I is equal to, it will start from this range, I less than equal to B it will go, and every time it will increase by 1, right? Now what you do, you just call the above method. As because both the methods are static, for this reason I will not create any object. I will directly call the method. So that method was called perfect, right? P-E-R-F-E-C-T, perfect. And you are calling your, rather that method needs a value. You said int n out here. Okay, here you have a formal parameter, therefore you have to pass a value out here. So I'm going to pass the value of I, because right now The range is starting from A, so the value of A is right now in I, so I'm passing I will keep on changing, right? So every time you pass a value to the perfect method, and that method, when it comes back, it will return a value 1 or 0. So int, suppose ans is equal to whatever it returns, 1 or 0. So if ans is equal to 1, it means what? System dot out dot println, that means the number that you have sent is a perfect number, right? So I'll just do what? Is a perfect number. Otherwise it will print what? Or let it be, it will just print a perfect number, right? All the perfect numbers in a given range. So this is okay. I don't need to print whether perfect or not. I just want to print all the perfect numbers. So you will just do what? You will close the for loop, and then you will close the main method, and you already have closed the class, right? Now let us compile. Control K. What error? Variable n is already declared. Oh, I have declared n already. Both are static, right? So I cannot really declare int n out here. In fact, I don't need this, because you're passing the value, right? You're passing the value, it's getting stored in n. So you don't need to have all these things. You're simply working with the logic of perfect number, checking and returning 1 or 0. Compile, no syntax error. Now I will just do what? From 1 to 500, all the perfect numbers I would like to print, right? So close it, and it will run the program 1 to 500. So let us see. 6 is a perfect number, 28 is a perfect number, 496 is a perfect number. So this is how the logic goes for a range. Thank you so much for watching this video. Keep watching and keep learning from eShiksha. Thank you so much.